All right, hot topic to talk about. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way, guys. Happy fucking Valentine's Day. To all you motherfuckers who are in love out there celebrating with your Valentine, fuck you. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I was just being funny. I was just being funny. No, for real, guys. God bless you. May your love become rooted in the ground and be so strong that no wind can make it sway. All right, that's my blessing, and that's my prayer for all of you that are in love and happy relationships, happy marriages, happy connections. And if you're not happy, get the fuck out of it. Tonight is the night you find out, are you really happy? But anyway, a hot topic that I want to talk to you guys about tonight is magic glasses. I call it magic glasses. Some other people call it magic glasses. And you're going to be like, well, what the fuck is magic glasses? Just a disclaimer, guys. I do curse. So if you have children around and they're not, used to this type of profanity, language, please put them away. Tell them to leave. Because I believe in no filter whatsoever. I will try my best not to curse, but I make no promises. Just like with everything in life, I make no promises. So magic glasses. What are magic glasses? Magic glasses are, well, how about this? Before you actually become conscious, right? Self-aware. You're perceiving things in a manner that once you become conscious, you can look back and tell where you were actually unconscious and where you were sleeping. The magic glasses I'm referring to is when the universe picks you, right? When the universe kind of gives you that touch, right? I kind of, in my head, I look at it like the universe just touching your third eye. Just kind of gives you a little touch in between the eyebrows on your forehead, right? It's like, bam. You see differently. It's literally, you see so differently. You see people differently. You feel energy differently. You actually, some of you see energy, like auras and stuff like that, and colors and stuff, grids in the air, whatever you want to, we all have different abilities. Some of us our discernment, our intuition shoots up like, wait, oh, wow. No, I don't like the way this feels. I really don't want to do this. And then when you pull yourself away from that situation, you're like, oh my God. I'm glad I pulled myself out of that. I'm glad I listened to my intuition. So what are magic glasses? Magic glasses, what I say are that thing that happens to you when you actually wake up and realize everything around you, when you become so self-aware. You're like, whoa, oh my God. So that's what tonight's video is about on this beautiful Valentine's Day, Friday night. For me, this took place in 2012. And it was very weird how it took place. I, at the time, was volunteering at a church. I'm a Sagittarius, so I love religion. I love education. And the reason why I was at this church is because I was dating someone who went to that church. And just out of respect and curiosity, I admired how this person, was so faithful and so loyal to their religion. I wanted to see what it was about. Did I change my religion? Oh, hell no. Sorry. No, I didn't. I said I wanted to learn. I was curious. I didn't say I went there to get baptized. Okay. I just wanted to put that out there. Because I want to open this up for people who are curious about other religions, but are afraid that if they become curious, they think that they're going to, convert or something. To be honest with you guys, if you are being led towards a religion or a teaching or a faith or a belief, go for it. Learn about it. And then after you learn, you educate yourself. Then ask yourself what you feel. For me, it's always been God. It's always been Allah. I'm Muslim, by the way. So that's what it's always going to come back to. So that being said, I attended the church with this person from time to time. From time to time, it became, oh, okay, this is interesting. I really like the fellowship, the energy here. And I started volunteering as an usher. And I remember it was my first year volunteering there. And I remember this, guys. Remember this. I said to you, I was curious about his commitment and his loyalty and his faith to his religion. You know, he was a born again Christian. And attending the church in 2012, there was a sermon about how we really feel about God when we're alone. Like, do we talk to God when we're alone, or do we just do it when we're in church, or when we're gathered around people, or when people are praying? Is that the only time we speak to God? Do we actually speak to God alone? Now, in my mind, I'm thinking about Allah, the creator for me, you know, the one and only, the beginning, the ending, the Alpha, the Omega, the one. And obviously in this church, because it was a born again Christian church, they were talking about Jesus. Now, as you all know, to Muslims, Jesus is a prophet. To me, Jesus is a prophet. Okay, no hate. I don't want any hate in my comments. I will delete it, I promise you. For me, Jesus is a prophet. God is God. Jesus is a prophet. So I finished listening to the sermon. It was very interesting, very nice. You know, again, he was the pastor was talking about Jesus being, you know, someone that you talk to when you're alone, because obviously, like I said, they believe in God as Jesus. And I'm thinking in my head, God, you know, like the creator. And I'm like, you know, actually, I kind of do talk to God on my own. You know, I'm driving home from the sermon or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I do talk to God on my own. You know, like every time I have a problem, you know, that's the first, you know, being I go to. I go to God. Like, yo, God, this is what's happening, this and that. And then I was like, but Jesus was a great prophet. Beautiful prophet, beautiful teaching. And then I'm like, man, this is amazing. That I can still learn so much, even at this point, from what I've already learned, that it's basically, whatever you believe in, it's all about the teaching. It's about the teaching. Yes, God is one. God is God. And yes, we do talk to God. But it's okay to have this connection with God on your own. You don't need the church. You don't need all of this. Right? And I'm just thinking, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I'm just like, I kind of already knew this, but this was like a reminder, you know, what do I want to say? This was like, oh, sorry guys. This was like it was a reminder. It was a reminder. And I'm like, okay, all right. I start up again talking to God, you know, being more self-aware that I'm talking to God about things and this and that. And then I started slowly understanding how I used to see things as a kid. Because I'm going to take you guys back a little bit. When I was a kid, I would talk to God all the time. All the time. Because as a kid, you know, that's what your parents teach you. That God is there for you. God is your only best friend. God is the only one that cares about you. You know, God will never lead you wrong. So whenever I came through a situation or difficulty or anything going in my life as a kid, it's like, well, what do we really go through as a kid? Especially a kid back in the 90s, right? All we were worried about was like playing Tamagotchis and making sure we get to watch our shows and stuff like that and getting homework done, or being able to play double dutch outside before the street lamp came on. I used to talk to God like, hey God, what's up? I'm having a good day. Thank you so much for everything. Mommy made good dinner. You know, like I loved it. I loved playing with my sisters. And somewhere in between high school and college, I stopped talking. I stopped talking. I stopped talking to my best friend. And in 2012, I feel like that was like, hey, we still friends, right? I feel like God was like, we're still friends, right? Of course we're still friends. We're always going to be friends, God. But that's what that sermon reminded me of. And then as I started talking to God all over again, I renewed my relationship with God. Like, hey, I'm sorry. I've been out doing my thing. I'm really, really sorry. And I'm back again. I hope you forgive me. I really would like to continue our relationship like the way it was when I was a kid. And that's when I started seeing things I didn't see before. I started acknowledging things that I was kind of looking over. Because in high school and in college, it's like I kind of went on autopilot. You know what I mean? Things were happening around me and I just didn't see it. But now all of a sudden things are happening around me and I'm like, wow. So you're really fake. You really don't mean that. You're just lying. You know what I mean? And that's what I call the magic glasses. It's like universe was like, all right, it's time to wake her ass up. She went to sleep. She's been asleep for a while. We gotta wake her the fuck up again. You gotta wake her up. There's shit that needs to be done. After that, the discernment started getting stronger. Intuition started getting stronger. So advice, if you want your intuition and discernment to get stronger, whatever belief you have, dive deep into it. Deep dive into that belief. Make yourself, available for whatever you believe in to communicate with you and you to communicate with itself or that whatever it is that you believe in. And you'll notice how much more conscious you become, how much more aware you become. So it's funny. It's actually not funny, but it's amazing that all the soul needs is a reminder. It's a push. And maybe this video is a reminder for you to access that relationship that you have with your creator once again. If you feel that you've been, you've been lagging, you've been stagnant, you're kind of like at a stop, you don't know what to do next, talk to your creator about it. Okay? And if you don't think that you have a creator and you think you created yourself, talk to your higher self. Your higher self will talk back, because in my eyes, your higher self and God is the same thing. Get what I'm saying? Because we all are a little fraction, a little fragment, right, of God here, just living. Think about it. That's why we always encourage you to be the best you, to be your authentic self, so you can let the universe, the divine, God shine through you. Because if you're running with the trends, you're trying to be, just like everybody else, that's not how it goes. You have to find out who you are. And you have to let that you shine through, because that you that's shining through is actually a little piece of your creator. You get what I'm saying? How beautiful is that? How poetic is that? So the universe literally is you. You are a little part of the universe that is doing its thing and it's living. Hopefully you're enjoying the life you're living. And if you're not, change it. Best advice I can ever give you, if you guys come to me for advice or look for advice in my videos, if there's something you want to change, you have to change within yourself first. Outside will automatically change once you change inside yourself. You have to go inside and change. The change within will bring the change outside. You don't need anything new. You don't need this. You don't need that. You need to go inside yourself and just change that perspective that you even need anything. That you're good, you're fine, you're happy with what you have. Once you start understanding that, you have to understand that the universe will start throwing stuff at you that's meant for you. And it's good once you change your perspective that everything happens for you, not against you. It's something that'll open your eyes and you'll get it and you'll be like, oh, so that happened because, yeah, that's exactly why that happened. So you can be who you are today. So you can turn around and look at that part of you that happened to you and be like, well, I'll be damned. So since it's Valentine's Day, I am going to segue into this. If you find yourself single today, it's okay. Maybe right now is not the season for you to be in love with someone else. Maybe it's the season for you to be in love with yourself. The more love you will show yourself, you know where this was going, guys. You know what I'm about. I'm an advocate for self-love, for loving yourself. Okay? The more you love yourself, the more you will not tolerate anything that is not love. I'm going to say it again. The more you love yourself, you will no longer tolerate anything that is not the way you love yourself. So you will stop giving chances to people who don't deserve chances. You will stop giving your space and energy to situations and contracts and cycles that no longer serve you. You'll be able to realize it, that this no longer serves you, so that you can move yourself out of that cycle. Who moves you out of the cycle? You do. That's why sometimes you guys realize you get so uncomfortable in situations. You know why you're getting uncomfortable? The universe wants to move you. Why are you so uncomfortable with that person, that situation? The universe doesn't want you to be there anymore. It's time for you to move. But until you don't figure that out, you're not going to move. You have to figure that out on your own. And once you do, you'll be fine. Like today, you're going to sit there and you're going to figure out, like, you know what? Maybe it's not my time to be in love. Maybe it's time for me to love myself. And I'm okay. It's just another day for me, you know? And plus, why does Valentine's Day have to be all about love? Why can't it be every single day that we love ourselves? Or we love the individual that everybody's like taking out to dinner tonight? Remember that too. Love is something that should be showed every single day, not just on February 14th. Okay? I love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope this message, gets to you guys well. And I hope you receive it well with love and you support it. And if you don't, well, God bless you too. All right? Love you guys. Bye.